Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. This is going to be the first garden tour of 2026. I've got a few things planted, not the full garden, but enough to show you what's going on. Here's my peas. This is a ground cherry, creeping Jenny. It's called angel wings. And that's a mojito mint. This is a new plant for me this year, this angel wings. It's so soft, it feels like kind of like lamb's ear. It's pretty neat. I got, oh gosh, this was replaced with a Vago bed, and I have 2 wisteria growing in it. That was a big feat to do this year. Got a few hanging baskets. I have this elephant ear here that I need to plant. Still lots of stuff going on. There's the bunnies over there. They've had breakfast. I need to clean out their pen in the next about 3 weeks and put all of their poo into the garden. I still have planters that need to be planted. This is a peace lily that actually was a house plant. Isn't that neat? But I have so many of these peace lilies as house plants. I've decided this year to bring this one outside. All right, let's get going through this. So this is my dianthus I have here at the end. This is lavender. Ironically, a sunflower grew right out of the middle of it. These are broccoli. They're still growing. Right down here, I've added this plant. I had thyme here before and it died, so I put a new thyme plant, and then I started these from seeds and I planted it right with them. It's called marjoram, because I want to make some of my own Italian seasoning this year, and this Italian seasoning that I love has marjoram in it and thyme, so I went ahead and planted that. Hopefully it'll come to fruition. Oops. Oh, there's my lady right there, my little fairy. Remember I bought her last year and added to the garden. I just think she's so cute. I add a little shell. Ironically, you guys, I put her back here in this garden and I didn't even know. I must have set her on a hosta, and look, it's growing out. Looks like she's got a hosta growing out of her little tush. I think it's kind of funny. This flower this year is new. Isn't that thing awesome? More hostas. These are lilies. I did plant, saw these long skinny things. Those are all irises. Oh, the baby's here this morning wanting some food already. Let me get done with my tour, then I'll get you some, honey. That's our newest one. That's Mickey. Hi, Mickey. Got my cucumbers here that seem to be doing okay. They're not really growing long, but I'm getting little cucumbers, so I think the chillier weather has stunted them. I usually don't plant out this early, but I just couldn't take it this year. Look at the little baby cucumber. And I have cucumbers planted in here too, but I also have peas. Gosh dang, I really do think we're gonna get some irises. Sage, oregano. This was a little flower pot the bottom got cracked out of, so I just stuck it here in the dirt and put some flowers in it. I think these are called violas. So is that. Got some tomatoes planted down here. These are, and there's one back there. Those are volunteers that I left. I typically plant these big trellises that I made with tomatoes, but I didn't this year because I had so many volunteers, and I'm like, let's just see what happens. More cucumbers. These are all sunflowers. That's an elephant ear that I need to plant in here. Oh, there's Felix. What are you doing in here, man? Fifi, Kiki? Just relaxing. He's in there with the lilies and this is butterfly weed. This is where I usually plant my corn. It hasn't been planted yet. Here's the borage. I planted this borage in 2022 right here, and it comes back every year, which thousands of little borage plants come back, but I pull them out till I have a few that I want. They're beautiful, they're edible, they get purple flowers. More lilies. Here's my arch this year, you guys. It's gonna be different. I purchased solar powered 4th of July lights for the arch, but I also this year am doing it different. So I have some green beans and peas over here. This is a green bean, these are peas. But right here, I also have planted is my loofahs. And they start out really slow, but as soon as it gets warm, they get runners on them that go like 40 feet. And it goes over both arches. And I typically plant one on each side, but this year I just planted them on this side. But on this side, I decided to do a little something different. I may regret it. Right here, I have a tomato. And then I have a tomato back here. And my plan is to grow these tomatoes up this side of my trellis. Mickey, I'll be there in a minute, honey. We might end up feeding some deer on this garden tour as well. Here's my tomato alley. I got that planted this weekend. Look pretty decent. Most of these were all grown from seed. I have a few that I purchased, but that's about it. I think 2. Right here, I have ground cherries, and there's some in there too. And I'm gonna plant this tomato here. That's a Werikawi tomato. It's a maple tree that is gonna go all the way out there. Look how close they get. Isn't that so funny? Y'all can't tell on camera, but we call this one Mickey. This is the youngest one. Excuse me. Mickey's probably 7, 8 feet away from me right now. Oh, let's move this and step in here, y'all. So I don't really have anything in this bed. This was my rogue carrot bed last year. I still haven't done anything with it. There is comfrey. This is comfrey growing in it that just kind of ended up here. Those flowers pretty. I'll pull it out, but I am keeping the ground cherries. Here I've got, oh gosh, these are cabbages, or this is a cabbage. These look like cauliflower. These are sunflowers. These are definitely all cabbages. Those are all cauliflower. There's my onions. And my green beans go right here, but y'all, obviously I haven't planted them yet. I think it's May 4th today. So I usually don't get everything planted till Mother's Day. Look, he's still out there waiting. Right here is where I plant my peppers. I don't have anything yet. I just bought these little glass orbs. I'm getting them charged up right now. They're little lights for my garden. I know the last couple of years I've promised everybody I'd do a nighttime garden walk because of all the lights. And I actually haven't done it, so I will do it this year, I promise. This right here is a redbud tree. My son got that at school, and I soaked its roots for like 48 hours in water. It was a bare root tree, and I put it in this pot, and it actually lived. I've talked to the other parents, and my son's was the only tree that lived, and I swear it was because I soaked the roots in water for 2 days before I planted it. But it's going. It'll probably be in our garden for at least this year till next year, and then I'll plant it out. For those of you who don't know, I've planted, gosh, over 100 trees on my property. It goes up the hill. There's a basketball court, and around the corner. Yeah, I've planted well over 100 trees. All right, let's get back to it. Here's my potatoes. These are new potatoes, and I only have 2 bags this year. So these are purple potatoes. These are the only potatoes I'm growing this year. I really just fell behind in a lot of things, and potatoes were one of the things I chose that are so easy to grow, but I chose to just bypass it this year besides the 2 bags. So I have these 5 extra bags, and I am actually going to put my zucchini and squash in the top of these bags, and I'm going to grow them up the tomato cages. So I feel like if I keep everything maybe that far up off the ground and growing, that I won't get as many squash bugs, and I might be able to get some this year. I haven't planted them yet though. They should already be out, but I don't have any. I'm so sorry. I didn't buy any. I didn't start them, but it'll be fine. We'll get it going. This right here is a mess. This is usually where I have all my zinnias growing, but it's kind of just been a dump spot for right now. You can see all the weeds, but you can see the extra zinnias that are growing up around it. But this, by Mother's Day, will all be cleared out and planted. And there's all my tomatoes. I do have a new flower this year, new to me. So this is a form of a marigold, and it's called a Jolly Jester. I am a huge lover of marigolds, but I saw these at Buckeyes. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never seen one with those colors. So it's new for me this year. Celios, that's Dusty Miller Celios. I've got, look at this little rose bush. So this is a yellow rose, long stem rose, and I cut it off that bush and just stuck it in the ground, and it's growing. Genovese basil. This is opal basil or something burgundy. I don't know. It's another type of basil. Lavender. This used to be a variegated golden sage, and it came back this year, and there's no variegation on it. I'm like, what happened? What happened? Like, oh, there you can see some old variegation. See the 2 different, the lime green and the regular? This whole plant used to look like that, and it was beautiful, and it came back this year. Look, this is the 3rd year, so the 3rd year it's come back, and it had no variegation except for that. So I don't know what happened. I don't know how to get it back to variegated, but that's what you get when you grow things. Here's my thyme. This batch of thyme, I don't think you can tell from my camera, but it's probably 3 foot wide by 2 foot. That's how big it is. It's beautiful. Look at the little flowers. This, again, this is comfrey. You can use this to make salves, lots of different things. It's honestly just beautiful. I grew this thing from seed one time. Oh, and it comes back every year. I got so many bees in here that love this stuff too. Come here, little baby. Do y'all ever pet your bees? Hi. How are we? I have so many bees around here. I walk around all summer trying to pet them with my finger, like, hi, little bee. My son thinks it's funny. He's now out here petting bees. We've probably lost our mind. There's Cleo. There's some citronella lemon balm. It's been here forever, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger, and it is taking over my yellow rose. Look at this beautiful thing. And so I keep cutting it and cutting it, and I think I'm gonna have to dig it up and move it. It is not working so well. It is just taking over my poor rose. And then all the way down here, look, we've got dill. Dill is growing. I don't plant this either. It comes back every year, pretty much right here. Oh, we got this cute little cedar tree. Leave that there, see what happens to that. Yeah, that's essentially the garden. She's got some stuff growing, not fully out, but definitely growing. I've got, open this gate here. Here's my green stalks. So they're not fully planted either. I got a lot of bare spaces, but my peppers are getting ready to go out into some of them. I already have peppers in some, but lots of bare spaces, you see. Should be planted soon. This is broccoli, marigold. This is a geranium, strawberry. These are dianthus. Oh, look at the strawberries. I got 12 strawberries off here yesterday and ate them last night. There's a pepper. I used to plant entire towers with strawberries, but over the years I just quit. They do well, usually the first year, and then it's just so much. I can't tell you how much time in life I've wasted buying and planting strawberries. So I don't do it anymore for jams or preserving. I do it purely for fun. It's basil, pepper. I don't remember what this is. I think this is another form of viola. It's tomato, marigold. Yeah, a lot of these are empty. There's another geranium, which I'll get them going. There's sunflower, strawberries, lavender. You can see some of the strawberries right there. These are, hey now, Kiki. They love each other. They really do. Boy, Felix looks upset this morning. Kiki? Kiki? Be good, guys. I got to break this up. Let's be good. Kiki? Kiki? All right, I think we're good. Don't need no funny business this morning. Raspberries. I just got these last year. I have not planted them in the ground anywhere because I'm terrified to, because they're thorny and I don't want them to take over, but there they are. I still need to plant all of this. I'm gonna build a new bridge right here. I have a lot of things going on this summer. Just got to get it rolling, really. All right, I have one other place to take you guys to show you essentially what I've gotten started. On a little walk over here. Obviously need to do some weeding in the driveway. Okay, so this over here is what I want to show you. So I have these planted with my typical morning glories, but I have been working on this for a while. This was an eroded hill basically that went into our driveway. And so I took logs, old dead logs, trees, and I stacked them in piles all the way this like little L-shaped area. And then for the last several years, we have a wood chipper and we just chip wood, all the logs and things that come down. And we've been putting over the top of it and filling this with soil and wood chips, and it has finally established and made a bed. So the ground stopped eroding. I have planted irises all along here. For some reason, only these have really came up to start doing well. And I'm guessing it's because I dug these up somewhere else on my property and brought them here. And they're just acclimated. Whereas all these other ones are new. And they've been well fertilized, but I don't see any irises coming off of them. So I don't know if I'll get anything here this year. Definitely there. My plan, though, really is to cover this whole thing. But it's going to take time because the wood has got to decay and, turn to soil. But it's been in for a few years. There's a pumpkin right there. I have, gosh, what is it? I think ginger planted around there. These are called phlox. I just planted those. There's 3 of them. They should get pretty big and covered with flowers right here on this corner in the summer. These are bunny tails, little grasses that get furry bunny tails on them. And these are all pumpkin seeds from last year where I had that pumpkin sitting right there all winter. The deer knocked it off and it rotted all winter, and now we have a bunch of pumpkin seeds. These are like zebra type tall grasses. And all of these are all lilies that I planted, all different forms, all different colors. I cannot wait until it comes up. I worked really hard on this. Some of these flowers were bought, some were started from bulbs. I bought some of them off of Etsy. I don't know, I think it's gonna look good. Get back. It may look kind of tacky right now, but really over time it'll just keep filling in and look better. But really that's about it, y'all. I mean, besides all the other yard work we do. There's the weeping cedar trees I planted last year. They look excellent. They're doing very well. But there you have it. Oh, here's some pretty flowers right there too. There you have it, guys. That is the garden. Still got a lot of things to plant, but it's going pretty good. So thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in a few weeks. Have a good one.